Generating traffic and sales can be a challenge for online merchants. But selling on the Walmart Marketplace puts your products in front of millions of customers who shop on Walmart.com. And right now, sellers who join Walmart Marketplace can save up to 50% on referral and fulfillment fees for the first 90 days. So get started today. Head over to marketplace.walmart.com/savings. That's marketplace.walmart.com/savings.
Today's podcast is sponsored by SLI Systems, providers of intelligent site search and navigation solutions. Learn more at sli-systems.com and listen to their interviews at ecommercepodcast.com. Welcome to the E-Commerce Conversation with Pat Callahan, a weekly podcast focusing on e-commerce topics, featuring interviews with prominent people in the e-commerce space. And now let's move right on over to Pat to see who he has queued up for this week's interview.
Welcome to E-Commerce Conversations. I'm Pat Callahan, and today I am joined by Danna Crawford, ebook author who has two websites, powersellingmom.com and askdanna.com. She also blogs about eBay and practical e-commerce, and she's someone who I consider to be an eBay expert. Welcome, Danna.
Hello, Mr. Callahan. Well, thanks for having me.
It's great to have you. It's always good to have people who know a lot about eBay on.
Yeah, it's fun to put a voice to the blogger.
It is. That's a great point. If you haven't checked out Danna's blog, check it out on practicalecommerce.com. Danna, you've got a lot going on these days, and one of the reasons I wanted to have you on it was to talk about some of these classes that you're teaching. You've got two classes coming up. One is Market Your Business with MySpace. Mm-hmm. You're going to teach students how to use social networking sites as a network / marketing tool. Students will learn how to set up an account, strategies for marketing, and safety tips. And I want to get back to those safety tips here in a second. And the other one is a course on learning how to create and sell an ebook. And that's also something I want to talk to you about. But let's go ahead and start with marketing your business with MySpace. Very popular topic right now.
Right. A lot of people think that MySpace is just for kids, and it really isn't. It's like such an opportunity that's free, and if you can, what I'm encouraging people to do is to set up a MySpace page focused around whatever they're selling. So you can use it for whatever topic. And one thing I like to point out is, if you've ever noticed on MTV or awards or television shows or whatever, the stars will get up and thank their fans for MySpace. And I think that, that is one clue that MySpace works for the stars and the people out there that are out there marketing themselves. And it is a really brilliant tool.
Absolutely. Do you currently have a MySpace page?
Right. My MySpace page, you could just go to myspace.com/powersellingmom, and you can find me that way. And I did have another MySpace page last year in August. It was hacked, and I had a little over 6,000 friends that I had grown this.
Wow.
I had this powerhouse network. And at the time, I had just released my first edition of Networking Traffic for MySpace. And then I was going strong, and I was hacked. And what a powerful lesson that was. And because of that, I turned it around to learn exactly why I was hacked, how to prevent being hacked. And I dug deeper into, why people hack you. And I included all of that into my new class and also my new ebook. That's the second edition of, it's called Creative Networking from Your Space to the Marketplace. So I think that's, that is a big problem. And the key is, take advantage of those CAPTCHA codes.
Yeah.
Put them on everything.
For sure. So we were talking about MySpace and being hacked, and I wanted to talk to you about the safety tips that you include in your class. Is that what you cover as far as safety tips go?
Oh, absolutely. That is a top priority, because you work hard to set up your page and to network your traffic and to get this social network going. You want to protect it as much as possible, and you know, whoever hacked me did me a great favor, actually, because I learned a great lesson, and now it can reflect it on to teaching others, because it's not fun, you know, when you work so hard to have that page. And then the hacker even went and created a new page in my name.
Really?
And they have one friend, Tom. So, but their goal was accomplished. They wanted to bring me down and, you know, put a stop to my promotions, and that's exactly what they did. And they put a halt to it. So now if I still have any links out there, they're going to go right to that page with just me and Tom.
Yeah.
They did say I was 25, though, so I kind of like that.
Danna, what's the number one tip that you could give people if they're considering marketing their business on a social network?
Well, the first thing I would say is to have your page presentable and have it designed around your style of whatever you're marketing. For example, if you're selling Legos, have your page strictly set up for Legos. I just did it. I also design pages. I offer in my eBay store a package where I'll design your page and market you for 30 days. And I did this one, and she sells braided rugs. And her page came out beautifully. I focused her whole page on braided rugs and attached direct links to her eBay store, to her different braided rugs that she sells, top-of-the-line quality rugs. And then I started networking with also others that are in the braided rug industry, as well as braided rug shoppers. And it's a matter of finding those people and networking with them.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about ebooks. What is an ebook?
Well, an ebook is, most ebooks come in a PDF format, and so most, you know, you have to have a current edition of an Adobe reader, and it's free. You can go to adobe.com and update your Acrobat, and so that you can download an ebook. But it's great because there's no paper involved. It saves energy if you're going green and in the environment, and you can just view your book online. And if you choose to read it, you know, at your computer, or you can print it out. But ebooks generally can range anywhere from 1 to 2 pages up to hundreds of pages, depending on the topic. So that's the beauty of it.
Where can people find your ebooks?
They can find them from my eBay store. My eBay store, my eBay ID is Danna, D-A-N-N-A. Or you can find me from powersellingmom.com, and there's a little green tab up in the upper right-hand corner that says View My Items.
I want to talk about powersellingmom.com and askdanna.com. I just wanted to get a better idea of what goes on your two sites.
Well, powersellingmom.com is actually, it's a site that I tried to keep free as much as possible so people can come in. There's no surprising pop-ups. There's nothing to join. I'm not taking your email address. Everything's friendly, user-friendly, and it's clean. And it's also, I provide what's called free auction advertising. So I have a group of people that come in and just post their auctions. They can freely put in their eBay item number and a photo, and it'll provide it's like free auction advertising is what it is. And it's on this bump that a friend of mine created the script called the Auction Bump, and he wrote the script for this brilliant thing. And of course, it is eBay affiliated, so my affiliate link is attached. So if someone comes along and they click on the photo of an item you're selling, for example, then they would go purchase your item, and you make your money, and they make their payment, and then I get a couple bucks, 8 cents or something, and it hurts no one. So it's providing a service, and also I have a charity page that I just provide charity auctions, and I have a MySpace page where people can network and find more friends. And I have all my classes there, and I have just recently merged AskDanna.com into PowerSellingMom.com.
Okay.
So it's conveniently located now under one area. And AskDanna.com I've had for about 8 years, and it has been, again, a free kind of place for people to ask me questions, and I provide help, with eBay tips and send them where they need to go or whatever. And I've done that, for 8 years, and now that I've started Power Selling Mom is 1 year this month that it's been active, and it's taken off really well. So now I've merged the two so that now people can just ask me a question, and I still kept my my original logo in there with that because I have so many links. Over an 8-year period, you're going to have a lot of links spread out. So,
how long have you been selling on eBay?
I just celebrated 10 years in December.
Wow.
Yeah.
What advice would you have for those people who want to sell on eBay, but they're thinking about it, but they've never sold anything, perhaps thinking about it as a career?
Well, I suggest to just jump in and start with the kids' toy box, the silverware drawer, the garage, the closet. Grandma's got some nice vintage clothing hanging up, Just start with anything, and don't expect to make a ton of money. Don't be on a mission to make millions with those first few listings, at least. And just get them on. And if you do it wrong, it's okay, because even if it costs you 40 cents to list an item, it's cheap price you're going to pay for your education. So if you just list a few things and just play with it, learn as you go along, and take what I call baby steps, and just learn a little bit at a time. I think where people get frustrated is they try to learn too much in one sitting, and they want to make millions, and they want to do so much at once that they become frustrated and they throw in the towel too soon.
Is it still possible, do you think, to make a full-time living selling on eBay?
Well, almost all my friends are. So, yeah, I know it's possible.
What did you start out selling?
Well, of course, I was in on the Beanie Baby action.
Oh.
So that was the day.
That's not something you still sell?
No, those darn beanies are all piled up now. No, but it's part of life, and everything changes.
That's for sure.
Yeah. So now it's a matter of finding your niche.
Yeah.
I personally have survived on selling what I call junk. And I'm a treasure hunter. I love to go to resale shops and garage sales, and I love to just find fun stuff. And to me, that was my career, and that was my niche and what worked for me.
I think that's good advice, Danna. I want to thank you.
Okay.
It was great to have you on. Like I said before, you can check out Danna's blog, practicalecommerce.com. You can also check her out at powersellingmom.com and askdanna.com.
And I'd like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to be one of your bloggers.
Danna, it is my pleasure to have you as one of our bloggers.
I love it.
It really is. And it's very popular.
Thank you.
And let's talk again soon.
Okay, well, keep up the good work at e-commerce, and hope to see y'all at eBay Live.
Okay, thanks, Dan.
That's all the time we have for this week's e-commerce conversation with Pat Callahan. I hope you enjoyed it. Tune in next week for another new episode to find out who Pat will be speaking with.